Hey, what's going on? Yugioh for you here with a card description for you guys. If you're something in the background, there's like a little bit of heater. It gets chilly in my room. Because I'm in a new house and its elevator is not like on cement. It's elevated because Louisiana. What can I say? And it keeps it nice and cool. So yeah, you might hear a little heater in the background and my videos throughout the rest of winter. But I'm here to talk about a card called Storm, which is a short print card that came out in Galactic Overlord, and it's a common. And this is actually a pretty cool card, a very overlooked card as of now, and it's sort of like the Heavy Storm replacement for some decks, not every deck. Of course, every deck can actually use this card, but only some decks can actually really utilize it to its fullest extent. Now, for those who don't know what Storm does, destroy all spell and trap cards you control. Then destroy as many spell and trap cards your opponent controls as possible, up to the number of your own cards you destroyed. So, some of you may be thinking, this card is completely horrible, it's a piece of shit, why are you showing me this? Come on, show me something good. Well, I am showing something good. Storm is actually a very, very good card. And a lot of decks such as Noble Knights, Blue White, Cyber Dragons, yeah, I went there, Cyber Dragons, a lot of things this card can actually be used in. And it's sort of the pseudo replacement for Heavy Storm until Storm makes its triumphant return. Well, Heavy Storm, that is. So the reason I say things like Noble Knights is because Noble Knights enter equips, assuming this must go down. Computer, what are you doing? My computer must be, okay. What the heck? Whoa, okay, that was random. Okay, my computer's freaking out on me. The reason like Noble Knights can really utilize this thing, they pretty much have their Heavy Storm, is because of their equips. For those of you who don't know, because there are some people who don't know this, the Noble are equipped spell cards, all except for Excalibur, when they're destroyed into your graveyard while face up on the field, they get re-equipped, and you can only use that's part of the effect once per turn. So combine that with things like Storm, where you can just nuke your entire back row, your Caliburn, Gallatin, the one that pops, I'm not gonna try to pronounce it, Destiny, maybe any others that may come out in the future, because there are new ones coming out in Legacy. So you destroy those, destroy your opponent's back row, and you get your Noble Arms back. So essentially, you didn't lose any advantage off of that card, and your opponent has lost all their back row. It's a really dickish thing to actually do, and naturally, like you can use Caliburn to gain basically 1,000 extra life points. You can save the one that pops or fur, and maybe pop like a face down monster. There's a lot of things you can do with this, and that's give them pretty much their own Heavy Storm, and this is something that can actually give Noble Knights a 1-up on a lot of decks. So this could definitely put Noble Knights on the map in my opinion in terms of a competitive deck. Now things like Cyber Network, when they are destroyed into the graveyard, you get the special you get special as many banished light machine type monsters as you can from your banished zone. This allows you to go for Xyz and Sinkers and stuff like that. Now, this is good because you gain advantage off a Storm instead of losing advantage. Cyber Network already nukes your back row as is. You know, because it's on effect. But, if you can continue to banish it, and then you can hit pretty much, in a sense, Heavy Storm your opponent's back row, you can destroy the Cyber Network, it would not miss timing, and you'll be able to special summon your light machine type monsters. Sure, you won't be able to attack, but at that time, you now have field presence, and you didn't have to worry about a solid warning or anything like that. It really does help out a lot. And it puts your opponent in a tight situation where they don't have their back row, so they have to face a bunch of scary monsters without their use of their back row. Other cards like Castle of Dragon Souls is also good. It's kind of like Cyber. I don't know why my computer's taking forever just to scroll down. But Castle of Dragon Souls, when this face-up card is sent to the graveyard, it's destroyed into the graveyard, you can special summon one dragon type monster that is banished to your field, assuming it can't be summoned. So you can pretty much set up a Castle Dragon Souls, and I'm sorry, but my computer is a pretty dumb computer half the time. It's like, yeah, no, I don't want to work for you. Like, I hate this thing sometimes. This allows you to do a lot of cool things, and just like Cyber Network, it won't miss timing off of the Dragon Soul, off of the Storm. So you'd be able to get that free summon. You get back that blue eyes, get back that metal dragon. There's a lot of things you can actually do with this, which is pretty freaking cool. Other cards like decks like Hysteric Sign can come off of this. Hysteric Sign, like even though Harpies don't really need it because they do have to use Icar Stack, they have the hunting grounds, but they can use they can use Storm if they wish you. Storm starts Hysteric Sign, and the turn you get to draw you get to add 3 Harpies. So you're gaining advantage off of a card that you destroyed by your opponent losing their back row. It's more advantage off of your own cards, which is pretty cool. Decks like x-sabers can actually use this. The reason it's like x-sabers is because you're playing things like Venus Chain. At least I do. I don't know how many other saber players play this, but I do play triple Tinky to help get Bogar Knight, so I can get rid of those Tinkies. I do play things I call the Haunted, so I can just like chain off of the Storm, get a Dark Soul Search. There's a lot of things you can do in x-sabers to really utilize Storm because you're playing a lot of continuous stuff. Like the Tinkies, the Venus Chain, the Call the Honda, a lot of things that typically are going to be sitting there looking pretty down at times, and it gives them an actual use with Storm to get rid of some annoying back row. Because X-Sabers don't really care about Tinky. You got the initial search off of Tinky to get that Bogar Knight, and you don't really care about it after that. You don't care about the boost. You just want that Bogar Knight so you can just pretty much go off. Cards I call the Honda are actually pretty cool. Combine these things with, like, say, X-Saber, double X-Saber Dark Soul, your Card Trooper, Goblin Zombie, things that give you advantage, which is nice, especially with the Card Trooper. Get that, draw off it, get the search off a Goblin Zombie, get the search off a Dark Soul. What's some other cards that are actually very, very useful to call the Hornets? Dandelion, I wouldn't say Sanga, but he's banned. Tour Bus maybe, I guess, but you know, there's a lot of things you can do with the Hornet. Basically, activate Storm, chain call the Hornet, and you call is now destroyed, and you get to search. It's actually pretty cool with cards for not missed timing. And some other cool little nitbits with Storm is the fact that if you have a chainable, such as Forbidden Lands, you will still get the destruction of Storm. So let's say, hypothetically, your opponent has one card face down, and you have your face down card, which is Forbidden Lands. Now, technically, if it's not a song, you can just land it, like, oh, sorry, bro. But let's say in hypothetical sake, if you're afraid of it, it's a warning, and you don't have an enmity. You can go ahead and your opponent has a monster, or you have a monster. You can just go ahead and activate Storm. Then you can chain the Lance targeting the monster. Chain yourself backwards, Lance activates. Typically go to the grave, but Storm will finish resolving and would still destroy the spell or trap that your opponent controls. So because of that, it becomes basically like a scrap dragon for spells and traps, which is pretty cool. Which is why this thing can be used on a lot of decks that have chainable cards. Decks like Harpies can use Icarus. Hell, even Blackness can use this. And Blackness don't need it because they can use triple MST, because they can use up to 3 MST, up to 3 Icarus, up to 3 Delta Crow. They have enough back row hate as is, but they can use Storm because they have things like Icarus, which they can just chain and destroy monsters on back row. There's a lot of things they can actually do. Get rid of maybe potentially dead Venus Chains and whirlwinds that you may be done with. You know, not saying you should play any Blackness, I'm saying the deck can use it. Other cards that this can actually be utilized with, it seems like Safe Zone's a pretty good card. Chain that Safe Zone, target a face-up attack position, monster destroyed, destroy at least one card. There's a lot of things you can do with Storm, which really makes Storm a very, very powerful card. So, for those of you who are happy that, yay, Heavy Storm's gone, yay! I would start packing in your Stone Roads and packing in those huge Rivers because Heavy Storm ain't gone. It just got replaced with something else. So anyway, give me thoughts on Storm. I am getting some duels with me using Storm. Some of my decks I do use Storm in, and showing you guys what Storm, like how Storm is utilized in those decks. I am getting those together, so, and I do plan on doing like some type of montage thing of just Storm stupidity. But that may take a little while, because I have to physically go in duels and physically use Storm, unless I do a controlled area with me just doing some friends, just having it like that. But y'all will see videos of Storm in action, I promise. So, anyway, what are you guys' thoughts on Storm and some of the possibilities of this card? There are a multitude of different possibilities to use Storm, and these are just some of them. And I know there's more. There's definitely more because I was testing this with me and Ryu. I forgot to mention me and Ryu were the ones who are doing this, and we found a crap ton of different things you can do with Storm. But these are just some of these examples. Some of these things you can do with Storm, and there's plenty more where this came from. But if you can think of anything else that'd be good with Storm, please provide that in the comment section below. I'd love to hear any dirty little plays you can think of using with Storm. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found it as informative as I possibly could make it. And yeah, duels to come with Storm. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.